Good evening, all, and a very warm welcome to today's webinar, which is on cyber risk management in capital markets. As technology continues to transform the financial ecosystem, the capital markets are increasingly exposed to evolving their cyber threats. From data breaches and ransomware to sophisticated phishing and insider risk, these challenges can impact not only institutions but also investor confidence and overall market stability. Through this session, we aim to explore the key risks, global best practices, regulatory perspectives, and practical strategies to strengthen the resilience against cyber threats in capital markets. We are delighted to have our esteemed speaker, Dr. Kirti Arekar, with us today to share her insights on the crucial subject. Ma'am, welcome and thank you for joining for today's webinar. So before we start, just give me a moment to give a brief introduction about our speaker. Dr. Kirti Arekar is a professor at NISM with over 20 years of expertise in data analytics, statistics, and decision making. She has taught at leading institutions in India and abroad, conducted corporate trainings for NSC, BSc, Mahindra and Mahindra, and L&T, and published over 275 research papers in reputed journals. A PhD in statistics and alumnus of IIM Indor's business analytics program. She has received multiple awards for excellence in research and teaching and was recently recognized among notable women personalities of India 2024. So before we begin, just two, three housekeeping announcement. The question answer will be taken at the end of the webinar. Our speaker will be happy to answer all the questions. The recording for this webinar will be available on the NISM YouTube channel, and the participation certificate for all the attendees will be mailed to the respective email IDs who are registered within 3 to 4 working days. So without taking any further time, I'll just would like to hand over the next proceeding for the current webinar to Kirti ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Amir, for the brief introduction. Yes, a very good afternoon to the audience. So today's agenda is cyber risk management in capital markets. So we will be starting our lecture with this contents. Like first, we will understanding the cyber risk in capital market. Then we will be assessing the cyber risk and the cyber risk mitigation strategies. Along with this, we will be taking the application of cyber risk securities and what are the strategies we need to follow in a security markets and the capital markets. So first, we will start the discussion about understanding the cyber risk in capital market. So basically, the definition and the scope of the cyber risk is already associated with a different type of risk factor, like the higher risk, moderate risk, and the low risk. But when we are talking about the cyber threats in capital markets, so basically it include the malware, phishing, and the DDoS attacks and the inside threat. So each possess the unique challenges and the integrity of the operation. So basically, the malware they are using the Carbank malware attack, where they are infiltrated the banks, stock exchanges, and the financial institutes. So in that case, the malware will introduce the phishing emails, and will be sending the emails and allow the attackers to gain the remote access of the trading system. So once they get the access and once they get the login and the password, so they can manipulate the trading platform by transferring the funds or executing the unauthorized trading. So which can maybe lead the like a price differentiation in the stock market or various system. So in this case, the first they try to just steal your login password of brokers and the traders, and then they will just alter and they will just make some executions at a different prices of different stocks, as well as they will perform the manipulation in the stock market. So in this case, the exfiltering sensitivity financial data also that is included, like the investment strategy and the client platform. So they will share the client portfolio and the introduction of the client portfolios to the attackers, and they just see the information regarding the different customers, and they can log in by their login password. So basically they are taking the hold of the full website, and then they will just run to their access, and they can just put whatever login ID and password they can do. So in this, the second part will be the phishing part, where the phishing will be, if you just heard, whenever in a general term, application day to day, we are receiving the emails, the fraud emails, and sometimes some links are coming up, which offers the different strategies. And by default, we just click on that link. So basically, that is called as the phishing emails, where the emails is sent through the trusted institute. So in this case, the mails can be sent to the customers, to the different brokerage exchanges firms and the banks, to reveal the information. So like, whenever they are sending the mail, so that mail does not look at a different email ID. We thought of that email is coming from a good source, or the authentic source of like a SEBI, or maybe the different banks will send you the mail, and it doesn't look different. So you will thought of the link is coming from the bank, and then they will ask you to update the compliances details via link. So once the employees will share the detail with that link, so automatically the trading account will get hike and hack with the customers, with the hackers, and they will just use this by different, for different financial transactions. And due to that, the lot of financial losses will be there, the market manipulations will be there. So always the key risk with respect to the phishing is like trading accounts, client accounts, and then we can say the confidential, the financial uh, information of the customer will get shared by the different account holder. So in this case, in 2020, the Robinhood phishing attack was there. So in that phishing campaign, the uh, website got attacked, website got hacked by the attackers, and the many customers, they are just putting their login and the password got shared, and they are asking the customers to just send the fund, or to add the fund, or they can directly credit the funds from their account to their own account. So in that case, the transferring of the fund has been done, but it was not visible to the customers. So it was very risky, involvement of that phishing emails. So that is also included in the cyber threat information. Now here, the first thing, this incidents basically highlights because of the weak security practices. Like, we can say we don't have the enable two factor authentications. So whenever two factors authentications are not there, so passwords and login get easily shared by the attackers. So always try to just put the two phase system in that, where we cannot share any information. Then again, in the capital market, we can say DDoS attacks, which is called as the distributed deny of service attack in capital markets, where the financial institute with fake traffic and make their system slow. So when the system will get slow, suddenly the market data will get impacted, and you are not able to see the changes in the market in a particular stocks or the mutual fund. Why? Because the speed of that website running will be very slow because of that, and we cannot see the actual price of particular stock and the mutual fund. So in India, I think the HDFC in 2023 has this such type of attacks. So, but major attack was in 2012 by Hong Kong Stock Exchange, was created, where the hacker already targeted the website of the trading related platform, and where they have make some announcement, and they have shared the crucial company announcements in a real time. So in this, there is a description in a several stocks which are affecting market efficiency and the investors' confidentiality. So here, basically the DDoS attack where it is involved, where we can delay the halts in stock market, as well as the market manipulation is opportunities are there to do. And the third, I can say the regulation damages to the exchanges are possible. And the fourth most important, I can say the insider threats are also involved in this cyber threat, because here the when you are talking about the insider threat, so here the insider threat occur when your employee, when the employee, contractor or any partner will share the trading system and misuse the financial information of the different customers. So that always possible. So this insider trading in 2012 was Rajat Gupta case was there, where the information got shared, and they have shared the customers financial data with the different websites, and that got framed, or that can be used as a attack by the attackers to just get an idea. So basically, whenever there is an impact of the cyber risk in the financial institute, so cyber risk can be involved through the financial losses, because financial losses with respect to the banking system, with respect to the securities market, with respect to the stock market, or with respect to the different mutual fund, as well as the reputational damage, because when the website get hike hack with any particular system, then that the reputation will go off, and then it will be very difficult to take a trust of the customers. And there will be again the legal consequences with respect to financial institute. So to understand this impact is very crucial in the risk management and the mitigate strategies. So based on that, nowadays lot of mitigation strategies are has been defined, lot of rules and the regulations has been defined by the financial institute, capital markets institutes, where they are like developing some of the rules and the regulations. So here some of the malware softwares which we will be discussing, like the malware various harmful software forms are included, like viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, spyware, which is easily designed to distinct and targeting the user information and the system. So when that viruses will get attacked in your system, all your information, whether it is on the website, whether it is on the mobiles, it will get shared by the other third party, and they can use that information for any losses or any strategies they want to take advantage of that. So basically, if I can just say, there are the common features of this malware. So basically the malware typically exhibits the different characteristics such as the replication. So replications means, if suppose you are using your own account, the other person, those who got your login ID password, they can also log in from your password and login ID, and they can see your information. And on your website, you will on your login also, you will not get an idea that someone else is also using your information. Then it can damage the system functionality, because once the your login password has been shared, so it will, like, whatever the server your PC is connected, that will just steal that information also. So they have the data theft capabilities, because whatever the data is available on the server, directly they can share that information through their different login password by taking your information. And based on that, they communicate with external servers for control. So they can take a control of your server, and they can make a changes in the servers whatever is required in that case. So here, whenever we are seeing the trends in malware attacks, so it is an increasing frequency and sophistication. So in the recent year, if you just see that lot of dramatic rise in the malware attack, the reason is lot of advanced technologies and the tools are coming up. Many of the organizations, financial or the capital markets, or they are using the artificial intelligence tools by which they are not able to identify the threats, and easily your data will get shared. And basically these AI tools are built with the technique of different algorithms and the different lot of technology. And it is very difficult to detect and mitigate that process. Once the AI process will get hacked, it is very difficult to mitigate that and to identify that. So here, if I can just say, when we are analyzing the high profile cyber incident, so I can just give some example of WannaCry Romsever attack, or we can say here Equifax data breach, which reveal the critical information and highlights the basically the landscape of the malware threats. And it cannot be detected by the normal. Once it get hacked, you cannot detect that there is some information. So it is always you should be very careful, because lot of AI tools are available. So where to use that, how to use that, because sometimes you have logged in all on your financial websites, like a banking data system, or maybe your different stock market data, or any platform you are using, and you are already logged in basically, and the password is already saved in that. So lot of tools are available, and simultaneously if you are using that AI tools, so we don't know how safe it is. So you need to be, and even you are not able to detect that. So it is very necessary that we should take precautionary whenever you are using all these tools simultaneously with your financial data access. So that is the important thing. Second, when we want to give the mechanism of phishing, in that case, the various techniques has been used. Like we can say the fake websites are opened. So different, the same website they can use, and they can ask you to log in, and you are not able to recognize that whether it is a fake or whether it is a old, or the which is the main website. You are not, there is no changes in that. Then they can send you the emails from a different official IDs, and they will ask you to share your information, as well as the deceptive links also they will share, because they want based on the deceptive links, they can get an information, sensitive information share on their website. So these deceptive links will be always whenever you can log in any email, when you are logging on your website, so you automatically you will be receiving one of the links simultaneously, or randomly you will receive the emails. So that link you should be very careful not to click on that, because there are the sensitive information, they can be linked with your server as well. So second, I can just say the psychological manipulation tactics they have, because when the phishing exploit, our emotions will get we are already fear. So the banking system or any other, they will call you that you need to pay the money, otherwise this will happen. So as a human being, our emotions, we always fear, and always we are in the urgency of the manipulate user. So they can easily manipulate the user by showing the urgent requirement, and they know how to play with the emotions. And they know that while doing that, the customers can make a decision without compromising the security in that case. So in that case, mechanism of the phishing, the two things, that the psychological manipulation, they are very well known for that, and they know what are the tactics to be used to just take the data, confidential data, they can easily take, and how they can use that. So basically, if I can just say the what are the technology weaknesses are there. because when you see the overview of the common technological vulnerabilities make financial firms phishing, including outdated systems. Sometimes we don't know the inadequate cybersecurity measures. And the third, the most important, is the lack of employee training. Because when we are talking about the cybersecurity, even many of the employees does not know that what are the different measures to be used, what are the different tools are there, what are the different uh, like sensitive, what are the different risks are associated. So these three things are very important, because somewhere in many organization they are using the outdated system. Secondly, they don't know what are the measures, because this measure should be based on the organization level, so they can put some organization level measures based on cyber security, and the training is also important. And when we are discussing about the insider threats, so here the insider threats contribute the phishing risk and highlight the cases where employee unintentionally or assist the attackers. Because sometimes whatever the information is coming on the like different website, we are just reading all the things, we are just click on yes, and just we can follow the different links, and we can just put whatever the information they are asking. But we are not reading the full we are not intentionally doing, but unintentionally we are not doing that. We are not reading all the information, because we know that whenever I log in from my bank account, there are a lot of information, and they will ask you to read and tick that option. So basically we know whenever we logged in, this information is coming on the regular basis, so we are not reading, and we are just tick that option, and we just go ahead with the login and password. So that is basically the insider threats options will are there. So let me just explore, give you some views on the regulatory landscape. So here the key regulation, cyber risk management, like there are a lot of regulations like GDPR, cyber security guidelines, and FFIC, which provide the different framework, which are giving the different framework to the organization to follow that. So when I'm talking about GDPR, which is the General Data Protection Regulation, where which protects the personal data and the privacy of the individual. So here the banking system must notify the regulator and the customer within 72 hours, like their credit card details got leaked due to the cyber attack. So here the banking system will inform the regulators and the customer within 72 hours that your information got leaked and you need to block the cards and all that. The next is the SEC cybersecurity guidelines are there. So where in that guidelines, if I can just say, the financial firms disclose the cyber risk and incidents and implement to control the protect the investors. So there are the rules in this where SEC or SEC, where they need to disclose the cyber security risk and the incidents happen in their organization, and they need to prevent that and to keep a control to protect the information and protect the investor information. So here, asset management firm must disclose in its annual report. So basically, all the asset management firm needs to disclose all the reports if they experience any ransomware attack, and which affect the investor funds, or the what are the steps they manage. And this information they need to share with the organization or even with the investors as well. The third one is FA, IES, which are the tools, assessment tools are there, which are not in India, but still it is in a US Federal Financial Institute Examination Council, which help the banks and the credit unions to see the cyber security maturity and the preparedness. So they will give you some of the tools, and they will ask you to assess your, once they start using the website, they will ask you to assess your uh, cyber security risks, that what are the different risks associated with different website. So here we can evaluate, they can evaluate the online banking system by through the audit at the whenever randomly they do the audit, and they will just uh, try to give the suggestions to the organization to upgrades their firewall, as well as they will ask to detect the give the detection systems in that. So these are the framework already there in the guidelines, and we need to follow all these guidelines. So here the regulatory bodies ensuring the compliances. So regulatory bodies such as SEC, CFT establish the guidelines, and they are conducting the assessment regularly, and they are giving the compliances to safeguard the financial market data. So basically, the SEC is the US Security and the Exchange Commission, which protect the investor, ensure the fair markets, as well as they disclosure for cyber risk by financial institute. So if any stock exchanges will experience the cyber attack, so the SES required to exchange the report and the incident, and they can investigate and just take a corrective measures and to protect the investors. Then we have the CFTS is the Commodity Future Trading Commission is there, whose role is to regulate the derivatives market, commodities, and the future market to ensure the market to take care through the cyber attacks. So here, if there is a attack, they should impose the they cannot compromise on their trade data. So in this case, the CFTC can investigate and impose the penalties to the organization for the stronger cybersecurity control to prevent the systematic risk. So here, and third one is the conduct the assessment. So here, when we are conducting the assessment, regular assessments will be there for every month or the quarterly to just see that how firework is presenting, whether websites are working on that, or any new links are coming up continuously. So all these things, they need to enforce the compliances to safeguard the integrity of the financial market against the cyber threats. So these are the regulatory landscape. Now, how to assessing, we are discussing now how to assess the cyber risk, assessing the cyber risk. So here the first I can say that the risk identification technique. So first is the asset inventory and the classification. So basically the asset information, asset inventory, creating the list of information assets. So when you are talking about the information assets, so here there are the different steps. So in the step one, we can just see identify the information assets like hardware. So what are, how many servers we are using, how many laptops are there, how many devices we are using, what are the different websites they are using, networking equipments. So we need to check continuously. The second one in the information asset is the software, which cover the core banking system, trading platforms, CRM, and the email services, whatever the information they are using. The third part in this information asset is the data. So what type of data you have, then how to control that data, how to take a backup of that data, customer personal information. Then many we have the financial records of the different organizations, so they need to take care of that trading data. Then we have the employee records are there. So they need to identify the information assets, including hardware, where they can take a different softwares. And again, there is one more option is there. They should be categorize all this sensitivity by sensitivity and the value with respect to the different level. So the their level and sensitivity to your organization. So there are three things that we develop. The first is the high value and the high sensitivity. So this basically data is divided with respect to the value and the sensitivity in your organization before the cyber security is implemented. So the first is the high value and the high sensitivity, where the data will be in the form of the customer financial data like the bank account details, credit card info, your trading login ID, password, all that things. Then the organization, those who are using the trading algorithms by any investment firms, they need to take care of that. And the third one under this high value and the sensitivity, high sensitivity will come, regulatory compliances reports will come. The second level will be the medium value and the medium sensitivity. So when they are talking about the data, they always categorize all this data with respect to high value, high sensitivity, medium value, medium sensitivity. So in the medium value and the medium sensitivity, there are three types of data is covered, like the internal emails which we are sharing, employee payroll records, then your trading data, like whatever the funds you are debiting, crediting, what are the stocks you are buying, what are the stocks you are selling, all that things will come under medium value and the medium sensitivity. Here the standard operational procedures will also come, like your all the SOPs in your organization. And the third one is the low value and the low sensitivity, where the reports which is publicly available on for your organization. Then we can say the inventory list and general information which we put on our website. So these are the three things which we need to just take care. So here, basically, when we are talking about the financial institutes, they take high sensitivity. So the bank usually categorize the customer KYC data, where the passport, PAN details, and the Aadhaar is a high value sensitivity data, which could lead to identify the theft. So that is the main, which comes under the high sensitivity also. Medium sensitivity, we can say the training manuals are there, where they can just internally they can leak any information. And the low is the annual public financial reports, which is low category because it is already available on the different websites and they can be used by different investors. So here, asset inventory, whenever you are doing the risk identification technique, the first we need to see the asset inventory whatever is available, and then we need to define our values and sensitivity into three categories and what are the things will come. The second one is the threat modeling approach, where we are defining or utilizing the different framework to identify the potential threat to the assets, such as the malware attack, or evaluating the impact. If suppose our website get impacted, what are the organization threats we have? So the first step in this, I can always suggest use a cyber security framework. So in the cybersecurity framework, we can say NIST cybersecurity framework, which help the organization to identify, to protect, to detect, to respond, and recover the threats from. So first, the threat modeling approach, first thing you need to use the cybersecurity framework, where the step one is the cybersecurity framework, NIST cybersecurity framework. Second one is the ISO 27005, which focus on the risk management for information securities, where the laws are given how to protect the data, what are the rules for the different employees, what are the rules for different sensitivity, high sensitivity, low sensitivity data, and all that things. Third is the FAIR model, where the factor analysis information risk, which quantify the risk in terms of the financial impact. So that is also the most important. Then in this case, the second one is identify the threats to the asset. So here the data breach will be there. So data breach, unauthorized access to customer records. So that is very important. Second one is the malware attack. So infection of trading system with ransomware, they can just detect the system where it got detected. So they always keep one system in the backup where if the system get attacked, so in that case, how to recover the data as soon as possible. And the third is the DDoS system, which we already description in the online banking system when it will come. The third is the assessment or assess likelihood and the impact also, because once it will get attacked, the cybersecurity frameworks should be there, identify the threat, which is possibilities. Third will be the impact. So always likelihood will be in the three parts. So probably we can say the threat will be high, medium, and the low, and the impact will be that what will be the damage if it occurs, whether how it will get impacted, whether it is financial loss or the reputation harm or the legal penalties. So that we need to assess the likelihood and the impact of the cyber threat. Now, here, when we are talking about the risk analysis and the evaluation, so there are two things which is the most important. The first is the qualitative with respect to quantitative risk assessment. So when we are saying comparing the qualitative assessment, which we can use the descriptive methods with quantitative assessment that apply the numerical values to measure the risk level, strength, and the weakness. So in this case, qualitative. So first thing, we need to do some qualitative assessment of the system, that how many times you are receiving the different links, how many times the system is very slow working, how many times it got hang, and all these things. And bench and based on this all the threats, you can just identify the risk associated with each level. Suppose my system is working very slow, so what are type of risk level is there in that case, or what are the strengths are there, and what are the weaknesses with that system. So you need to perform this risk analysis and the evaluation time to time, whether it is we can say monthly or maybe quarterly, maybe yearly. But usually many bigger organizations are doing this quarterly to identify the different risk levels, strength, and the weaknesses. The second is the scenario analysis and the stress testing, where we are developing the hypothetical scenario to explore the risk outcomes under different conditions. So, where the different conditions we will prepare, and we can say if suppose the website gets shared, if my login ID password will get hacked, or maybe my server will get hacked. So these are the different conditions we can put hypothetical scenarios, and we can just develop our stress test to determine how the system can withstand extreme threat and how to overcome with this. So different stress level analysis are available, stress testings are available with the different risk factor. Now, the third part, most important, is the cyber risk mitigation strategies are available. So here, the first I can, when we are implementing the security controls, basically. So under this, there are the two things which is most important. First is the technical controls, where the firewalls or intrusion detection should be there. So while implementing the technical controls such as firewall or intrusion detecting system, which is very important because it will get protecting the networks. So this tool will help you to monitor, filter, and block the unauthorized access. Excuse. So whenever any websites are coming, so automatically at the higher level, at the higher value, or maybe at the server level, it will get blocked, and it will not come to your desktop to just enter any data with that. While this access will also ensuring the system integrity also in this case. The second one is the administrative control policies and the trainings. Excuse. So administrative control basically involve creating the security policies. So many organization now they are having their security policies and they are conducting the different trainings for the employees time to time, that what are the aware culture, and they can equip the staff to recognize and respond to the potential threat. So they are providing the trainings or what are the things we should not do, because as the technologies are coming up, as this AI tool and many other tools are coming up, such type of threats will be there, and we need to be very careful. So we need to provide the training at different level and give them the what are the steps they should follow or what are the precautionary measures they should take up. So the second is the incident response planning is there. So in this case, developing an incident response plan. Suppose if any well-structured incident response plan outlines the procedure and managing the security incident. So here step-by-step guidelines should be there to manage the security incident. It defines the roles and the responsibility of all the individuals, all the departments, that how it can process and how they can work, or how they can work in a team to ensure the quick recovery and the minimal impact on the organization. So they need to be like define their policies and define the outline procedure with respect to the department, with respect to different employees, how they can work together to just mitigate all this system. The second one is the continuous improvement and the post incident analysis. Suppose there should be always the post incident analysis is a crucial for learning and the security breaches, because here the continuous improvement is required to give the organization to adopt the different to identify the different threat and strengthen their defensive defenses over the time. Because if suppose I have defined any policies or I have enabling any different steps in my servers or on my website, so continuously there should be the like the recent technologies. With respect to recent technology, we need to change their scenarios. We need to say check continuously that what are the options available, how we can change that, and how to take different steps to just take care overcome to these different threats. So basically in my personal this one, the cyber security, as we are moving ahead with a different technology, so in the capital market lot of financial data is available. Nowadays we are using our financial data through the mobiles, through our websites and all that. So we should know all the policy before we are doing any type of financial investments to any particular websites, like when we are doing investing in stock market or the mutual funds or any other bond market, we should know in general what are the policies. And I always suggest whenever we put the login password in our banks or maybe in a trading system or a trading system as well, we should read the policy very clearly before we log in. Before when we create our login ID password, that time all the policies will get come automatically on your screen. So please go through it. It will not take so much of time, but you need to read all the steps in that. What are the strategies, what are they are saying, what are the things we should take care, because now they have already inbuilt process is there, and based on that they will just take care how to just minimize the cyber threat with respect to different financial market. So that's it from my side, and there are a lot of precautionary measures we should take care, like uh, don't share whenever you have your login ID password within your trading system or maybe in the banking. Always try to log out, because on the mobile we always keep our all the banking data or the websites login. Even if you just see the GPay, we always that is always in the login mode. We never logged out. We just put because always we use that. So always try to logged out from your financials where you are using your financial data, like the banking data or any bank login password. Please log out from that. So maybe it will minimize the cyber attacks, because for them it's very easily hack your website or hack your PC data into their domain, and it takes just few seconds to share all your data, and you are unaware about that. You will not get any idea, or you will not get any message also. So in few seconds many things will get happen, because as we are moving further, lot of technologies, lot of AI tools, lot of things are coming up. So there are two things on the general purpose I can just say: whenever you are using your trading or the capital market or any financial data, always logged out first thing. Second thing, simultaneously don't use any other tools like AI and all that tools, any open source tools on your website simultaneously at that time. It should not be open that time. That is most important. So that's it from my side. So we are open for the question answer session now. So if you have any questions, like there are, yes, there are, uh, uh, ma'am, can AI boot used to prevent all the cybersecurity applications? Yes, Swaroop. There are a lot of AI boot is available to prevent the cybersecurity app, but you should be very clear that what are the applications are there and what are their purpose. Like a lot of AI boot available to prevent this, but you should know, and before taking that you should be knowing their rules and regulations, what are the preventions, how to get that. So that is the thing you need to be very clear. Madam, please suggest some roadmap on this topic. Roadmap, I can always suggest first you can just go through the basically uh, what is your like what is a cyber security, because nowadays many organization even they don't know what is cyber security and how it works, how it affect the organization. So you should read all the policies, you should know all the rules and the regulations of that things. uh, Yes, Bhumika, ma'am, can we have the PPT on the NISM website? Most probably, yes. So our team will just upload this. Uh, what is the career opportunity in cybersecurity management in finance? Now there are, if we are talking about the career opportunity, so lot of cybersecurity courses are coming up, but I always suggest before going to the cybersecurity course or any if you want to make your career, so the first thing you need to build first your background. Like you should know the technology, you should know the finance related concepts and all that things, and then cyber security you can just take a certification of skill based which can add on in your CV, because cyber security management course you can do, but first you should know that what because you should know the two concepts like cyber security, like technologies whatever is available, and second thing is finance related, what are the technology to be used, and then you can go for the cyber security management. uh, Last one dose we prevent sharing our financial data. uh, Swaroop, I am not just, can you just clarify that question, because I'm not able to understand what is this question means. So any other questions, class, with respect to cybersecurity? How to differentiate traditional rule-based interaction detection, AI detection? Okay. Basically, traditional rule-based intrusion detection is where we are manually preparing the code to understand the theft system, or to detect the cyber security, or to detect the, we prepare our own model by using the different coding system, how to detect the different website, how to detect the different link which is not of your use and which can. But now the AI driven intrusion detection system is already available, where which we don't require any coding part or nothing is required. We can directly use that AI tools, and automatically it will just give you the different websites which can be provide the different attack rules or regulations are there. Uh, Basically, DDoS, I already say that the DDoS attack basically where they will just uh, improve, or they can just take a control of your website, where they can just the speed of your internet working will be slow automatically, but it happen usually when you are dealing with a financial data. So DDoS attack will not work in a normal scenario, but when you are dealing in a stock market, because in the stock market, the day-to-day data, tick-to-tick data, or time-to-time in seconds is very important. So they will take a control of your internet system, and they will slow down the speed of your internet system, whatever is working on your website, and then automatically whatever the data is coming up after, maybe now the price is got increased, maybe you will that price will get visible to you after 10 minutes. So that is a DDoS attack for you. So what is the role of Security Exchange Commission, SEC? SEC, basically they have their rules and the regulations. So they are saying whenever you are working with any government or any particular sites of the securities or any capital market or financial market data, so what are the cyber security preventions you need to follow? You need to make your own regulations, you need to make your own booklet while preparing any capital market or any financial data website. So they have in that. So how would you train an AI model to detect zero-day attack without relying on historical attack data? Here we can train AI model, but basically when you want to train the AI model, you first should know that what are the rules and the regulations. And based on that rules and regulations, you can make your own model. And based on that, you can prepare that model, like we can say the predictive forecast model, that suppose the theft is 5%, so how it will get detected. So that is very important. So basically, based on the historical attack data, like suppose earlier 10% of data got shared by that, so what are the benchmarking, and how you can just prevent that. So you need to just make your own regulations and the rules. uh, what are the most common cyber threats faced by capital market institution, how they can minimize? I already shared that whenever any system or any technologies are coming up, you need to be a your system. There are three things to minimize. First, I told you that outdated system, you can remove that. And the second one is the training is most important, because nowadays the employees doesn't know whether their website got hacked or something. So the training is required, key like what are the options when they hacked and all that things we need to be very clear. So how AI help us in cyber security? Yes, Harshit, AI is the uh, actually inbuilt models are developed by the different organization, and they can just give you the data on the back end, that how much data is shared by the third party, how much data got visible online, how much data is shared on the public domain. So the AI tools are available, but I always suggest before taking that AI tools, try to build this AI tool by yourself and put all the benchmarking over that, and that you can use in your organization. That is the important. Should individual take a strict measure to prevent sharing sensitive information such as PIN, Aadhaar card number, and other private data with AI system, or what are the cyber risk if they fail to do so? Please. Yes, suppose there are two things in this. First thing, suppose if you are sharing your Aadhaar card PIN or private data when you are doing, so how to identify if suddenly if you just see when you are putting your login ID and password and suddenly your system got hang, or your system speed is very slow, in that case please log out, don't log in, and just don't move to that system again. Second thing is, I always suggest whenever you are putting your using any financial data on your PC or any financial data on your mobile, don't open any other websites simultaneously, not any website. That is most important, because there are a lot of fake websites are now there. It will not give you whether it is original one or it is a fake website. So always, if you are on the any banking internet login ID password, if you are using, please close all your web browser and just do it freshly. two things: how to identify. If you just observe the speed is very slow, then you can just stop. Second, if it got hang, please don't work on that, close the system, shut down that system. Third, I already informed, because like whatever the financial things you are using on your mobile, on your website, always logged out. Because even the Gmail, I observe Paytm and all that, we never logged out, we always keep like this way, and we are using our screen and we are doing this. So always logged out from your financial any website, whatever you are using. I hope all the queries I solved. Any other questions, class? If you have any questions, you can just type in your question answer session or in the webinar chat. Any questions? Okay, so I hope you understood, and there are a lot of things you should see. Cybersecurity risk management is not an is a very vast topic. You need to learn, you need to read all the regulations, and you need to update yourself continuously. All the rules and the regulations are available on the website. You just read it, spend some time on that before you just use any capital market or any financial data. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. So thank you so much. And should we need to log out from application also on mobile? Yes, always. Please always log out from your application from mobile as well, because that is also important, because on the back end, your data will get easily captured by the third party. So always log out from your financial websites like the banking data or secure, if you are using Zerodha, if you are using any other website for your, so always logged out before you use. Uh, any useful presentation and conversation? Thank you. Okay, there is one question from Swaroop. Yes, Swaroop, you can ask. There is one question that how can I become a cybersecurity educator? Yes, before that, I always suggest first try to understand the basic concept of cybersecurity. Basically, what is cybersecurity? For that, you need to know your different technologies. So read first the basic things of cybersecurity, and then maybe you can do any skill-based certification in forensic science or cyber security that will add on, and you are easily able to understand. Can you suggest some best course for to start with cybersecurity? There are a lot of e-learning course. Even we have forensic science, we have a cybersecurity courses. So just check on the website. We have a short-term courses, the e-certification courses. Try to just go through it and learn that. You can attend, you can join that as well. Yes, you can, Bhumika. Yes, you can use this. Uh, okay. Any other question? I hope I just tried all the, I just try. Can I use ChatGPT to calculate my portfolio by giving? No, please try. Don't use any AI tool, whether it is ChatGPT or any AI tool for your personal information. Please don't do that, because uh, it is not so safe. So please don't use any AI. Try to do it through your AI models. Try to build your AI models and do it. If you are not able to, just do by the third party, but don't use any like how to suppose if I make an investment in this stock, how much money I will get. Please don't use all these things to the AI. Yes, AI will give you the answers, but how safe it is, it's a very really a big question for us. So that is the most important. Okay, so thank you so much. I think just go through the cyber security first basics, and then there are a lot of cyber security risk management and other things are there. Okay, thank you. We will close the webinar. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time
you.
and
Yeah,
knowledge. Yeah, thank you so
thank
much. Thank
you.
you everyone for being part of it today.